If you are still looking for a spot for your spring break trip, why not check out the state of Wyoming?
Joining us now for this sponsored interview is Diane Schober, the Executive Director of Wyoming Office of Tourism. Diane, we are so excited to chat about our neighboring state. I was telling you, I've never been there.
Well, it's so easy and convenient. It's just take I-80, head east, and you'll be in Wyoming in a little over an hour. And there's so much to do once you get there.
Okay, so much to do. Diane, what should we do? How do we plan our next trip? Where do we start?
Well, you'd start by, do I want to take a weekend? Do I want to just go for a day trip? Do I want to plan for 5 days? But the great thing about it is for families, especially right now in the springtime and as summer starts to come upon us, there are a Fossil Butte National Monument is just about maybe 2 hours from here, and a great place to go fossil fishing. There's a part of the National Park Service there. You can go and experience all of the fossils that are left from this prehistoric inland sea. There's private quarries where you can take your family and dig for fossils. So you can go fly fishing in Wyoming, or you can go fossil fishing in Wyoming.
When you say fossil fishing, I mean, you had me at dinosaurs. I want to bring the boys, but what does that mean?
Well, this was an old prehistoric inland sea that covered part of Wyoming and Utah and Colorado. And then through some anaerobic activity, the sediment just continued to pile on. And now the preservation of all of these fossils from fish and snakes and all of these aquatic species, which is now in a desert, have been preserved. And it's such a great, unique experience for children and adults.
Your boys would love that. They would go bananas.
It's on my summer list now.
And it's not far.
Yeah.
That's what Utahns need to remember, is this is a quick trip to have a cowboycation.
That's right, a cowboycation. I think most people in this market know Wyoming for our iconic destinations like Yellowstone,
Jackson
National Park, Jackson, Grand Teton National Park. But there's so many things to do in these small communities. Rock Springs, Wyoming, right there in the red desert of Wyoming, the Kilpecker sand dunes. You can actually go sandboarding on those sand dunes.
I've always wanted to do that too.
Wait, what is sandboarding?
You rent your sandboards, much like a snowboard, and you can ride the sand dunes. So the Kilpecker sand dunes are one of the largest sand dunes on the North American continent. And at many times of the year, they're referred to as the singing sand dunes because of the way the wind moves through it and the sounds that they make.
As the wind moves through.
Yeah, it's really unique.
How beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It is. So you've got those landscapes, but also so much to do. Something opening June 1st, the planetarium.
Oh, night skies. If you are a stargazer and you love to look up at the night skies, Wyoming is really a great place for that. You know, we're the least populated state in the nation, lots of room to roam. But on June 1st at the Snow King Mountain, there will be an observatory that's opening. And I went up last fall and walked through it just as they were getting ready to, put some of the final preparations. I'm a huge stargazer. I love to look at the planets and all the stars. This is going to be a great opportunity for people to even go deeper into that experience.
Well, no light pollution.
No light pollution.
It is just dark. It's you and the stars.
That's right.
Talk about the scenic drives on your way.
Well, there are several scenic byways throughout Wyoming, but if you leave Salt Lake and you went up on the western side of the state, up through Afton and Star Valley, you've got the Salt Mountains to your east. It is just this beautiful valley, rich in green pastures, adoring small towns, great places to stop and have a bite to eat, meet the locals. You can hike and bike and do all kinds of outdoor recreation. So it really is just a great place to get away. Go horseback riding if you want to get your inner cowgirl on, and just enjoy the great American West right next door to Salt Lake.
What an adventure, no matter what activities you choose to do. You said bite to eat. Good food?
Good food. I'm a diner kind of person, but there are all kinds of cuisines from down home to, especially by the time you get to Jackson, some really exquisite chefs.
Diners are the best. That's the best food.
They are.
Evanston has the cutest little diners there, and that's close. That's close
Yes.
by. Diane, are you sure you want to share this with everyone?
Well, we do, because hospitality is in our DNA, and so we certainly want to have folks come and visit us. We love to treat strangers like friends in Wyoming, and we welcome all of our guests.
Well, we are signing up for our next trip, Wyoming. Visit Wyoming, travelwyoming.com for more. And what's one more little hidden gem you'd say not to be missed?
Maybe above Pinedale, Fremont Lake and Square Top Mountain up in the Wind River Mountain Range. Beautiful, beautiful scenic country and accessible for almost all levels.
All right, spring and summer vacations.
That's right.
Diane says you are invited. Thanks again to the Wyoming Office of Tourism for sponsoring this interview. Thank you for making the drive.
Thank you.
To Salt Lake.